Wow. I recently watched a documentary with my mom, who's a history teacher, on Ethiopia, and it was mentioned that they have 88 books in their Bible, unlike the King James version of the Bible, which only has 66 books. And I began to study the scriptures, and the Bible does say in Psalms chapter 68, verse 31, princes shall come out of Egypt, and Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto God. And that is very encouraging. I've traveled to Africa 5 times. I love the continent, the countries therein, and the people, and I look forward to returning. And when studying history, you'll learn that the Roman Catholic Church and the kings who were in power in the various countries and the leaders therein, they did not want the Bible to be fully translated. They wanted to use the various books for their own personal gain, enrichment, benefit, and political achievements, and manipulating and controlling the people. Not surprisingly, even today, we've got a newly elected president, Trump. Whether you like him or not, he's selling Bibles with his own signature therein and the American flag thereon, though the book is actually originated from Israel, and was written to the Jews and those who were grafted in to the faith through Christ, also a Jew. So that's a whole nother issue of possible contention, but nonetheless, however you can persuade people and entice people or attract them to read the Bible, I'm all for it. And I'm not against President Trump. I voted for him once already, and I think he'll do some great things for our country here in the United States. Nevertheless, we need the fullness of the whole counsel of the Word of God, and don't want to be manipulated by politicians or leaders who are merely seeking to profit from the Scriptures or manipulate or redefine them or use them for their own political or personal benefit, which I believe is what happened historically when the Roman Catholic Church, who many think was the first church, hindered the totality of the Scriptures coming forth to us all. And even we see it in Europe, the Dark Ages. Roman Catholics hindered people from hearing the Word of God in their own tongue until Martin Luther came in Germany, and he helped people hear the Word of God in their own language. And he, being a Roman Catholic priest himself, rebelled and broke free from the Roman Catholic confines and church, and having read the Scriptures, realized that salvation is by grace through faith, and the righteousness of God comes by faith, and that we should live by faith. So he broke free from the Dark Ages, and we should too. And if there's any other scriptures that we have been denied, I'm all for discovering them and reading them and seeing if they align with the other 66 books of the Bible. And if you would like me to search the Ethiopian Bible, again, there's 88 books therein, and read the other books that are not in the King James Version, I welcome your support and financial sponsorship to do so and to undertake this great endeavor. So anyone willing to sponsor or support me to read and study the Ethiopian Bible and report back to you on video what I learn and what I find and discover and the various insights that I receive from the Lord as I do so, you're welcome to sponsor me. I'll put the links whereby you can do so and partner with me in this great endeavor, which I believe will help reach the African continent and other parts of the world and bringing them into the full counsel of God. Some people even speculate that the Ethiopians actually helped build the pyramids of Egypt. And then others say that even the Israelis and the Egyptians intermingled with the Ethiopians, and that's why they're of a lighter skin color than some other nations in Africa. So that's a whole nother body of knowledge or subject to discover or explore or pursue. But I'm first and foremost focusing on the Holy Scriptures, and Ethiopia is considered to have never been colonized, despite a brief occupation by Italy during the 1930s, which is why it is often cited as one of the only African countries to successfully resist colonial rule throughout the continent. This is largely due to their victory at the Battle of Adwa against Italian forces in 1896. So there's so many pieces of information to explore, to discover, to dig deeper in, and maybe find some hidden truths from history as well as the Holy Bible and the missing books that were not fully added to the King James Version and other biblical translations, as we know, in the West today. So if you'd like to partner with me, I welcome you to do so. I am a lover of the peoples and the nations of the world, having traveled to 90 nations, having lived in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Europe, graduated from 3 Bible colleges, and thereafter have also earned 4 master's degrees. So I'm a well-accomplished scholar, student, and a lifelong learner with a humble heart and a curious mind. And I'm also willing to report back to you. I'm a licensed educator in the states of Florida and California, and I am neither a Republican nor Democrat. I'm independent, and I've been both over the years, but I also have learned that no political party is entirely right. Many have financial motives and corruption therein, and there's oftentimes some misnomers or manipulation of people, and I think it's vitally important to see things fully with truth and integrity, and this is why I would like to further explore the Ethiopian Bible and the great spiritual heritage of this country, Ethiopia. Why are my fingers so orange? Am I dying of a disease? No, I just made a turmeric and ginger smoothie prior to recording this video. I don't want to be hindered spiritually by reason of my physical activity, so forgive me if this looks a bit odd. The orange turmeric still on my fingers. But I want the holy word of God to get deeper in me, deeper in you, transform the nations of the world, and that they would come into the fullness of the revelation and the knowledge and the blessing of Christ. I need your help. Please help me. Please pray for me. And may God bless you as you do.